you had an exchange yesterday on Twitter with Joe Fami, and he was saying, "Well, not a lot of setups right now. Going to take a little time," and that's true. When we, if we were to see confirmation of a new uptrend in the form of a follow-through day sooner rather than later, there's not a lot of actual full-fledged bases out there to consider. However, a name like DocuSign, you have a little trend line here, and Mike, maybe you can talk a little bit about maybe early entries before stocks complete basis, because we could find ourselves in that situation where we want to buy a stock but not a lot of basis to work with.
Yeah, so it's a good question. So lots of times, we use alternative buy points because there's a standard buy point. So just think of it, if it was a cup with handle, it's the high of the handle that is your standard buy point. Or in this case, if you're looking at it as a double bottom, which it isn't because it has two bottoms, but it's just really too short at this point to be a double bottom, you would buy it in the middle of the W, which is right there, a little bit above 90. So if you just trace out a W on that, but it looks like it's not quite almost there, but not quite long enough. So let's say we were to break out tomorrow and we got to follow through. Then if it breaks this downtrend, which is an alternative pivot, then you could buy it there prior to going through that standard double bottom buy point. And I have a feeling that, if we get a follow through and we're wanting to buy individual stocks, that, it's going to be a lot of alternative pivots and it's going to be a lot of really using judgment because the chart patterns aren't normal right now because of the damage that happened. A lot of these stocks are, Scott mentioned it yesterday, they're bouncing off their 200 days and with a strong relative strength. And that's kind of your pond deficient at the moment, which is unusual because normally we don't like stocks that make it all the way down to their 200 day.
Right.